You know how everybody says be careful who you make friends with as a teenager? You don't want to hang out with the wrong crowd. I fell for that. I hung out with the wrong crowd. I had a good time while it lasted, but I started to develop these horrible habits and my life went downhill. And one day my dad found out, and to him, like, my dad's pretty brown, like, he's not 100%, he's like 75%. He's like his dad was a strong patriarchal, like, brown guy. He was fucking pissed at me. He grounded me for months. And he didn't ground me in a dickhead way. You know, my dad was really smart about this. He said, like, yeah, you can still go to the gym. You can still play sports. You can still hang out with friends. It's just you can't go and, like, go to these random areas. It has to be like a sports ground or something. And after a few months of kind of being by myself, this idea in my mind finally came free. Like, the thing that I'd always wanted for the last few years, I wanted to be that guy with a six-pack at the pool party. And finally, I started to put in the work. I started to go to the gym a bit. Naturally, I wanted this. My tennis coach told me about this book called 1% Better Every Day. I never ended up reading it, but like when he told me about it, I went looking for the book. But the next day, literally the next day, I saw this video about this guy talking about meditation, mental health. I mean, we probably know who this guy is, but like, I want to talk. It's my channel, not his channel, bro. But his advice really helped me because my mental health was fucking awful. And I needed like something to put my energy into. And he told me, like, you know, get really hard into the gym, fix your diet, go all in. And when I saw this video explaining that, I realized how powerful my thought pattern was, because it wasn't me like one day stumbling across a video and he convinced me to become better. It was my dad making sure like I was just by myself so that my thoughts could be freed. And when my thoughts were freed and I wasn't distracted by like anything, any alcohol or anything like that, my mind could like truly wander to where it wanted to go. And naturally, I ended up seeing this video and I was already really interested because the day before, my tennis coach was talking about this 1% Better Every Day book. And that led me to have an entirely different experience in my life for the next few years. By the way, I'm Finn and I help young guys make really good friends. Click the link in the description if you want like a step-by-step guide on that. But something that I've realized over the last few years, every time I would make an achievement, I would just not care anymore. Like the first time I got straight A's, it was like hype for a month and then I just didn't give a fuck. Like, yeah, it's something cool. Like, I'm proud of it. And if somebody says like, oh, how do you know you couldn't get good grades? Like, I know that I could get good grades. I know that I did at one point when I actually committed, when I put everything into it. That really helped my life. But like, if somebody says, oh, what are you proud of? That doesn't even come up on my list. In fact, there's not even like, yeah, I'm super proud of going to the gym. I may be proud of it, but it's like, oh yeah, I've done it. It's done now. And I don't feel like good about it. But I know damn well that if I teleported back in 3 years to myself on this one hike when he was deciding I'm going to do something nuts, and I said to him what I had done, like all these things that seemed grandiose to my 15-year-old self. And that's only 3 years later, by the way. Literally like 3 years and like 2 months. I had gone pretty much everything that I aimed to get, and I'd gone through so many crazy experiences. He would literally scream like, fuck yes, I knew I was gonna do it. I told everyone I was gonna do this shit. And I did everything I said. And the only thing I haven't done that I said I was gonna do came a little bit later, like halfway through when I started achieving a lot of goals. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna be big on YouTube. And I'm still in the process of that. But I know that if I went back in time, I would be so proud of myself. And that is always going to come back to like my self-doubt. I always, along every single step of the journey, doubted myself. I would say to people like, yeah, I'm going to be jacked. And then immediately after saying that, I would question it in my own head, but say, no, I know it's possible logically. But like constantly like, no, I'm doubting myself. I'm like, what if I just quit the gym? These guys, when I was in the gym, I would be really weak on bench press. This guy just came over and started curling my bench. That may seem like a small deal to you, but to me, that was like heartbreaking because I was in the gym every day for months and this guy can just easily fucking curl my bench press. That pissed me off when I'd committed so much. And genuinely, at some times I thought, what if school was easier if I just stayed under the radar? I didn't go to the gym. No one would have a chance to pick on me. Just stayed in my room and I never spoke to anybody. But I didn't. I didn't let that fucking consume me. I just kept going. I kept doing my thing. I kept improving. And eventually it paid off when lately people have been saying to me like they really respect me. They kind of look up to me. These are people that I looked up to. the thing is, I always admitted when I was behind, and I also always thought I was behind even when I was going ahead. Like, what I mean by that is 95% of my day, I'd be thinking like, fuck, I'm not good enough. I need to get to the gym. Fuck, I'm not good enough. I need to do this YouTube video. I'm not big enough. Fuck, I'm not smart enough. Fuck, I need to like fucking learn more shit, right? And then one day after like maybe once every 2 months, I would go on a night out and like 50 people, when I finally had the opportunity, 50 people are like, yo, you're really funny, bro. Or I get like 50 compliments. Like genuinely, I'm not even exaggerating. So many people saying, oh, I love your energy. I respect you. You look big, bro. Fucking unreal amount of gratification of like respect shown towards me. And only then would I be like, fuck yeah, that's what I've done. But most of the time I would keep ruminating like, fuck, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. And the thing is, this was a gift. This was a gift from God, because if I was always happy with where I was, then how would I have ever wanted to improve? I only started losing weight and cutting a few months ago when my friend said to me like, yeah, I know you've been bulking. I know you've been like gaining some strength and that's good, but like you're genuinely getting fat as fuck. I looked in the mirror. I was like, I'm fat as fuck. And I fucking hate that. And I was disgusted in my body. I couldn't even look in the mirror I allowed myself to get infuriated. And, you know, I'm not saying you have to do this, but if you're already like me and you're already negative, just use that as like fucking like channel the motivation, bro. I couldn't even look in the mirror. So then when I was like about to eat some dumb food, I thought like, no, but I can't even fucking look in the mirror right now. By the way, I wasn't even in terrible shape when I was thinking this. I was just like a bit fatter, even though like I'd built a good base of muscle and the bulking thing was good. But like this wake up call, these moments where you get angry with where you are, that's when you get inspired to change. I only started uploading consistently for like a month now when I got fucking pissed that I hadn't uploaded a video. I'd failed my goal of last year to upload a video every day. I failed. I didn't do enough. You need to have these moments where like, yeah, I still uploaded. I didn't not upload at all, but I was like always constantly trying to get that daily upload. That was my goal. And eventually I got to the point where I was so fed up that there was no other option for me to just keep uploading, because otherwise, bro, I'd be very cruel mentally to myself in a good way. Like, why am I not doing enough? I would never just say like, oh, I'm useless, but sometimes I would think that, and it's like I'm rambling on a bit, but I hope you understand the point that even though I've done some like pretty incredible things for my age, like I guarantee you I'm the top 5% of my age, like by far, in terms of what I value, you know? I've worked on what I'm interested in. I've like achieved significant goals. I'm mentally happy. I have amazing brothers, like brotherhood. And the thing is, I've got like the exact thing I wanted. The thing that I wanted, that I realized, was I had gone 6 months, maybe 12 months getting really good grades. The first semester straight A's, and then I tapered it off a little and got like B pluses. And I put on a shit ton of muscle and lost a shit ton of fat over a year. But I still was like super upset with that year until I also had like the social respect when I would go out and like I could actually speak to girls. Like that's when I put everything together for the first time, and I had the best fucking 2 months of my life. I had this massive beach party with like literally 200 people, and I was 16 years old. And so many people pulled up and just came to chill out. It was fucking unreal, bro. I lived like the dream teenage experience that I wanted so badly after having such a bad time at school. It's possible for you. You just need to stop disabling your like angry thoughts. You need to channel it. Like sometimes you just got to admit, maybe I'm thinking I'm not good enough because I'm not living up to my potential. I believe in you, bro. If you want my personal help with, you know, my niche is helping people make good friends, click the link in the description. I have a step-by-step guide on exactly how I would do it. Thank you for watching this video, bro. Lots of love.